name is ELISA MAISARAH binti SHA'ARY, and I will begin our presentation by introducing the key concept of our topic, which is the impact of leadership style on employee motivation and productivity, with a focus on the Royal Malaysian Customs Department, or RMCD. Before going further, I would like to briefly introduce RMCD. The Royal Malaysian Customs Department, or RMCD, is a Malaysian public sector agency under the Ministry of Finance. RMCD is responsible for collecting national revenue, enforcing customs law, and controlling import and export. Officers in RMCD work in a high pressure and high responsibility environment. Therefore, effective leadership and strong employee motivation are essential to ensure integrity, productivity, and quality service delivery. Now, let's look at the concept of motivation. Motivation is the internal drive that energizes and directs, also sustains employee behavior towards achieving goals. In the workplace, motivated employees usually show higher performance, strong commitment, and better productivity. When people feel motivated, they willingly put in more effort and are more likely to achieve organizational goals. Next, we look at leadership. Leadership is the process of influencing and guiding others to achieve a certain goal. Different leadership styles, such as transformational, transactional, autocratic, and democratic, affect employees in different ways. Some leadership styles inspire and empower employees, while others may rely more on control and discipline. In the Malaysian public sector, motivation and leadership are extremely important to ensure integrity, efficiency, and quality service delivery. For agencies like Royal Malaysian Customs Department, leadership style directly influences officers' motivation, ethical behavior, and commitment to carrying out national duties such as revenue collection and border enforcement. Because of this, leadership plays a major role in shaping how RMCD officers perform and how they uphold public trust. Now that we understand the basic concept, we move on to the main issue related to our topic. The main issue we identify in RMCD is the inconsistent type of leadership practiced across different units and ranks. Some leaders use transactional leadership, where they focus on strict rules, monitoring, and punishment. Meanwhile, other leaders practice transformational or supportive leadership, where they encourage teamwork, give recognition, and support their officers. Because these leadership styles are so different, employees experience uneven expectation and communication. As a result, staff receive mixed signals about what is acceptable or expected from them, which directly affects their motivation and work behavior. This inconsistency leads to several negative effects. First, employees feel confused about expectations, which reduce their motivation. Second, when officers feel that different leaders treat them differently, they may perceive unfairness or unequal treatment, and this lowers their morale. A lack of clear direction also reduces task performance and productivity. In more serious cases, weak and inconsistent leadership can contribute to ethical problems such as misconduct, low integrity, and poor compliance. Overall, inconsistent leadership weakens RMCD's service performance, and it becomes harder for officers to stay motivated and committed. This is all from me for this section. I will now pass the presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is NASUHA binti RUSLAN. Okay, so next is impact on employees' motivation and productivity. So in positive impact on employees' motivation and productivity is increased employee motivation. So effective and supportive leadership increase employees' motivation in Royal Malaysian Customs Department. When leaders clearly explain expectation, provide guidance, and acknowledge officers' efforts, employees feel appreciated and valued. For example, when supervisors regularly brief officers before enforcement operation and recognize good performance, employees feel more confident and motivated to carry out their duties responsibly. This motivation encourages stronger commitment and ethical behavior, which is essential in RMCD. Okay, second positive impact on employees' motivation and productivity is improved productivity and work performance. So, consistent leadership and effective communication improve employees' productivity and work performance. When instructions are clear, leadership practices are consistent. Officers can focus on completing tasks efficiently without confusion. For example, clear instruction on custom procedure and digital system help officer process import and export documentation faster, reduce error, and avoid unnecessary delays. This lead to smooth operation and higher overall productivity. Okay, beside that, negative impact on employees' motivation and productivity is decreased motivation and morale. However, inconsistent leadership negatively affect employees' motivation and morale. When different leaders apply different rules or leadership style, employees receive mixed signal about expectation. For example, if one supervisor is supportive while another is overly strict or unapproachable, officers may feel unfairly treated. This causes dissatisfaction, stress, and reduced motivation, making employees less engaged in their work. Next, negative impact on employees' motivation and productivity is reduced productivity due to weak communication. Weak communication flow across department reduce productivity. When information is not communicated clearly between leaders and units, misunderstanding and work delay occur. For example, unclear communication between enforcement, operation, and administration unit can delay inspection or documentation processing. Officers then spend more time seeking clarification instead of completing their tasks, which lower efficiency and overall organizational performance. Therefore, leadership style and communication practice directly influence employees' motivation and productivity. This explains why improving communication channel and standardizing leadership practice are important strategies for RMCD long-term effectiveness.
Hi everyone, my name is ALIESHA binti ZAMRI. My student ID is 2024417328. So let's discuss the challenges faced by RMCD in enhancing employee motivation and productivity. So the first challenges faced by RMCD is resistance to change. This refers to the situations where officers are unwilling or slow to accept new systems, procedures, or technologies introduced by the department. Many officers prefer traditional working methods because they feel more comfortable and familiar with them. These challenges happen mainly because of inconsistent leadership styles across departments. Some leaders communicate clearly and support changes, while others do not provide enough explanation. As a result, officers receive mixed message and feel confused about the purpose of change. The lack of clear guidance also makes employees afraid of making mistakes, which causes them to resist adapting to new ways of working. There is evidence to support this issue. According to the Age Malaysia 2024, the Director General of RMCD stated that changing officers' mindset remains a major challenge in implementing reforms. In addition, the RMCD Bulletin 2023 reported that there is a fear of change among officers. This becomes a serious challenge because resistance to change slows down modernization, which affects the implementation of new systems, reduces employee motivation, and lowers productivity. As a result, RMCD finds it difficult to improve efficiency and overall performance. So the second challenges faced by RMCD is maintaining employee job satisfaction. Job satisfaction refers to how happy, motivated, and valued officers feel in their workplace. It is an important factor because it influences employee performance, commitment, and loyalty to the organization. This challenge happens because leadership style in RMCD are inconsistent. Some leaders are supportive and approachable, while others are strict or difficult to communicate with. This causes unequal treatment among officers and makes some employees feel unappreciated. In addition, officers face heavy workload, especially in enforcement duties, which leads to stress and burnout. The hierarchical structure of RMCD also limits open communications, making it harder for officers to express their concern. This becomes a challenge because low job satisfaction reduces motivations and morale. Employees who are dissatisfied may perform poorly, feel stressed, and lose interest in their work. This directly affects productivity and service quality. RMCD needs to maintain employee job satisfaction because satisfied employees work better and more productive. When officers feel valued and supported, they are more committed, motivated, and willing to contribute to the organization's goal. Therefore, maintaining job satisfaction helps RMCD to build a positive, stable, and high-performing workforce.
Hello, my name is RAUDHATUL SHAHIR, and my metric number is 2024442068. Okay, now I will explain the the last point of the major challenges faced by RMCD in enhancing employee motivation and productivity. So, the last point is having a weak communication flow across department. RMCD faces a communication issue where information does not flow to the different units such as enforcement, operation, and administration. The lack of clear communication from leader to employee leads to confusion about the priorities and the respective process for carrying out the assigned tasks. So, as a result, the whole operation suffer delays, staff getting frustration, and productivity decrease since leaders have to spend more time elucidating the order rather than doing their work. Okay, now let's move to the strategies for improvement in RMCD. So, the first strategy is to give improvement in RMCD is enhancing communication channel and feedback mechanism. So, communication channels that are structured such as regular briefings, digital communication platform, feedback system can be established by leader to improve motivation. Employees are able to understand the objective clearly and are able to express their opinion. So, the trust gets stronger when the staff are allowed to raise issue and the leader react or respond in supportive manner. As a result, clear communication reduces confusion, facilitates collaboration, and enhances productivity among departments.
Hello everyone, my name is ZABIDI. My matric number is 20244033926. I will continue with the next strategies for improvement of the RMCD. The next strategies is develop a standardized leadership framework. This recommendation is for RMCD to develop standardized leadership framework to ensure consistency and fairness across all divisions and states. Currently, leadership styles within RMCD differ widely, which is some officers experience supportive leadership, while others face rigid supervision. The inconsistency causes a confusion in performance expectation, decision making, and recognition. By introducing a uniform leadership framework, RMCD can clearly define the values, competencies, and behaviors expected from all the leaders. This framework should emphasize fairness, accountability, transparency, empowerment, and empathy, which is aligned with the public sector leadership competency model by BINTI. Such a framework can also be integrated into RMCD's performance management and integrity systems, helping to strengthen trust and fairness within the organization. The next strategies is strengthen leadership training and development. This recommendation is to strengthen leadership training and development, particularly through AKMAL, AKMAL, and INTAN, INTAN. Leadership training should go beyond administrative skills and focus on transformational and emotional leadership, which are proven to improve motivation and job satisfaction. According to the INTAN, effective public sector leaders must demonstrate vision, empathy, adaptability, and innovation. Therefore, RMCD should provide structured training at all leadership levels, including emotional intelligence workshops, leadership simulations, and mentorship programs. Studies from GA Excellence Journal show that such training leads to higher employee motivation and stronger organizational commitment within RMCD. That's all from me. I will pass it to the next member.
Assalamualaikum. My name is ADELA SHURI and my matric number is 2024-47562. Now I will present about our case study, which is Royal Malaysian Custom Department RMCD. For this case study, I would like to explain the Custom Transformations Plan or CTP, which focus on improving leadership through digitalization in RMCD. Through the implementation of CTP, work processes have become more systematic and efficient, making tasks more easier and faster to be complete. This has not only improved overall efficiency but also increased employee satisfaction, as officials are able to perform their duty more effectively under better leadership practice. For the example, the Director General demonstrates effective leadership by motivating employees through reward and incentive, such as bonus for achieving performance targets, and so on. This approach encourages officials to stay committed, work harder, and also continuously improve their performance. By recognizing employees' effort, leaderships under the CTP also help create a positive working environment that support productivity. job satisfaction, and the achievement of RMCD organization's goals. In conclusion, leaderships play a crucial role in motivating officials and improving productivity within RMCD. Effective leadership helps create a positive working environment by encouraging teamwork, accountability, and also job satisfaction among the employee. When leaders empower their officials and provide clear directions and support, employees are able to perform better. As a result, strong leadership contribute to maintaining RMCD integrity, efficiency, and also overall organization's performance.